PowerDirector 17. Let's take a look at green screening. What all should you know when it comes to using a green screen in PowerDirector 17? The very first thing I have is an app called Green Screener. And you'll see it there, what I'm showing you right now. When I click Start, it's going to bring up everything that's going on. Right now I have no light whatsoever. And you'll notice it's all white. So let's turn some lights on and see what happens now with the actual screen. Okay, after playing with my lights and lighting that green screen up, you'll see with the app Green Screener, most of my green screen's green. And I got a little bit of white here. My problem is I don't have any more lights. So that's going to have to do. And it says there, target set at 72%. If I go mid, a little bit more. So lighting is very important. So now that I've got enough light on the green screen, and I've got enough light where I think I need it, now I can begin to make my video. So I moved the cell phone out of the way now, set up my camera, pointed at the green screen, and we're ready to go. Now, when you get your green screen set up, make sure you're not wearing a green shirt. Green screener really makes a difference. I could probably use some more lights, but I left a couple of the lights not perfect so you can actually see for this demonstration what's going on. You can literally spend a good hour setting up your green screen, getting everything perfect. Now keep in mind, I bought a kit with the bars that hold the green screen, 2 stands, couple lights, and the green screen that came with it was too thin. It wasn't, you could see right through it. So it really did, it took me a couple weeks to figure out what was going on, why I couldn't get the green screen to disappear in the back. So I went and bought myself a thicker green screen so the light would not see through it. And then that made all the difference. But when you get your setup perfect, and you get everything lined up, your lights, your green screen, and that app Green Screener, it makes a huge difference. You can do anything with your green screen. And I'll take you over to PowerDirector 17 now, and I'll show you how I set it up in there. So let's head on over to there. When you're using a green screen in PowerDirector 17, you're always going to take your video and move it to the second line. Not the first line, the second line. And then drop it in. I've turned off the volume in this, and I'll cut this part out here and back this up a little bit. Now, you're actually going to take your images or video and put it on the first line. So I'll drag the clouds down, for example, in the first line there. But you'll notice they're not showing up yet. We need to go into the Pip Designer. And that's under Designer in PowerDirector 17. And you select Pip Designer. You can also double click on it. And that's going to load our Pip Designer. Now, up here on the left, you may have to click the arrow, but we're going to select Chroma Key. I'm going to select the eyedropper, bring it down, and click it there. You'll notice most of it's pretty good. We could go a couple more, just to kind of help it. If you find it did not work right, some people try to get as close to the person as they can. Sometimes trying it in different places will help you. Hit OK. But you'll notice here on the left side on the edges, we got some, it's not perfect. We're actually going to go to Designer a second time, and we're going to go to Mask Designer. That is going to allow us to mask out a certain section. So now I can click on that, and you'll notice how it put these in. And if you go down, you can actually remove the maintain aspect ratio if you want. And you'll notice I can move this in, out. If I turn the maintain aspect ratio off, it won't mess with the bottom or the top. It'll just mess with the sides. So I can move this in or out, cleaning some of it up. And then I get rid of those edges. Hit OK. And now when I hit play, you'll notice our green screen effect is working just the way you want. It's how we want it to do it. Now, like I said, you can add whatever you want into the second line. Put whatever images you want or anything like that. So the first line is where we had images, video, whatever you want. The green screen goes on the second line. We grab this, stretch it out so that way it's on the whole screen. And we could be doing a newscast. We could be walking through the wilderness, whatever we want. And thus our green screen gives us a nice effect. The whole key to green screening is your light on the screen. Make that green screen glow. The app green screener helps a lot. I can't recommend that more if you're going to use green screening. Also, take a couple steps forward from your green screen to remove the shadows off the back of the green screen. If you've got your back right up against the green screen, you're gonna have shadows and you're gonna find it too hard to actually key it out. I'll have a couple links in the bottom if you want to pick up some of the stuff I've got. But overall, getting your lights perfect and practicing really is key. Originally, when I started with my green screen on Amazon, I ordered this kit. It came with the bars, the green screen, and a couple lights. The green screen they actually sent me was so thin, the light went right through it. It truly was not that good. I had to go back and pick up a different green screen, a different cloth green screen that was thicker, so the light wouldn't pass through it. I'll have details in the description on what I've gone through and what I find that works for me. And I'll have some links if you want to pick up the same stuff I've got. If anything, you might want to pick up my horizontal lights because it was the most affordable I could find and I had to do a mod to it. And they also made a big difference. So at any rate, guys, this is how I green screen in PowerDirector 17. Maybe it helped you. Let me know in the comment section. Have you tried it yet? Catch you guys on the next one. Now, the big lights that I got off of Amazon are these here. And I bought 2 of them. Now, originally, they went widthways. They didn't go up and down. So I had to go to the hardware store and I had to buy a L bracket. The screw already came with it. And I had to pick up an L bracket to flip them the other way. And they do throw a nice light. They really do. When it comes to using the green screen. When I got those were a game changer. And I'll have the links in the bottom if you want to pick up the same one. But like I said, you got to put an L bracket on them to flip them around. When you try and buy lights like this, they are so expensive. It is ridiculous. So that's why I went that way.